going to get started in a second. I am coming on YouTube first so I can get set up with the intention that I am also going live on TikTok. So thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you being here. So let me know where you're from. We're going to get started. And I'm happy that you're here joining me. So I'm setting up my camera and stuff for TikTok as well. But I appreciate you all joining. And as we get started, we're going to use this opportunity. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to use this opportunity to talk about what it means to go live. Good morning, everyone. Please hit the like as you enter the chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. So we're going to see if this chat stays open for me. Live chat. Oh, let's shut this up. So we're going to see what happens. I want to see if it stays on. I am from St. Louis. Thank you so much, St. Louis. That's awesome. I am originally from Chicago, Illinois. Yeah, I'm a Midwest girl as well. And now I live in Orlando, Florida. So thank you all for being here. We're going to get started in a second. As you come in, let me know where you're from. We're going to chat it up. And the chat is actually not staying uplifted. Let's see. Oh, chat is not staying up, but I know I'm gonna. Well, I love that. I know I'm going to take a look and make sure I can touch this on occasion, so I can see the chat. So it's not staying up for me like it did yesterday. You said thank you so much. My allergies are really killing me lately. And so I'm going to have to touch the screen. So the image that's here, it's a little brighter. I put my, let's see, go on TikTok. So go a little bit more light. Keep in mind that you are going to lag as you chat. Okay. We didn't talk about the lag. Does the lag always happen? Let me know if that lag happens. Welcome to the room. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. Let's put in the chat if you're here and you're joining me. I'm actually about to start co-streaming on TikTok. And so I'm getting my camera ready, getting set up over here. Is that I'm battling allergy? Yes, that looks good. Okay, yes. Okay, awesome. So, and then I'll work on my setup right now. Like this is day 2. So, hello, good morning, friends. How are you? So this is day 2 of me doing the co-streaming here. So we'll see how this goes. I'll probably work on my setup a little bit more, especially from a YouTube angle, because I think I want to orient it a little bit more over, because you're going to always see the side view of me. How you doing, Patricia? Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Good morning, friends. Doing well. That's awesome. Thank you for chatting with me. Everybody's coming in. I'm doing this TikTok and YouTube live in just a second. As you choose to change the mod setting, tap the name and screen. Let's see. Add as mod. Can manage. I'll put you as a standard. Should I put it as manage? Let me know if I should change it. I put you as standard. I thought standard was but let me know if I should change it though. I'm happy to change it. Thank you so much. Patrice, thank you so much. Patrick. No, Patrick. That's it. Hi, Patrick. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Standard is fine. Okay, awesome. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay, let me get to TikTok. And so I'm going to go live here. I'll continue to do that. Appreciate you being here, Patrick. And so what I'm doing is co-streaming on TikTok and on Instagram. You guys can see me put some lipstick on because I haven't put no lipstick on yet. Let's see. Because I'm on real quick. And so it's just a little bit of color. That's it, just a little bit of color. And my people, you all are coming in. Make sure you subscribe if you're going to come in and watch. I appreciate you subscribing. If you're new to me, thank you for joining. I appreciate you being here. And we are going to go live on TikTok as well. And thank you for joining. And what I will say is that some of the stuff I share on TikTok, sometimes I'm not able to share it currently on YouTube, so I'm going to talk about it. So I'm here for you. I appreciate you being here. Good morning, everyone. As interim, please be sure to hit the like as you enter the chat. Thank you so much. Definitely like and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. So appreciate you joining. And you are seeing the behind the scenes of someone who is sitting up there. You see my phone sitting up there, TikTok. And so that's what's happening over here. I appreciate you all joining. Thank you so much. And if you have questions, feel free to ask questions as well. And you will tell that I am going to get stuff going. And so once I get to talking, I usually will try my best to pay attention to both chats. So I will be here for you. And let me know if you have any questions. We're going to chat it up. Your engagement is appreciated. Oh, thank you. No, that was to the group, wasn't it? He was like, that was not to you, Dr. Lisa. I appreciate that. Okay, let's see. All right. And so the lighting here is a little bit better, but I still need to work on it. I got you over here. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. Let's go. All right. Good morning, TikTok. It is Dr. Lisa. Launch your income. Come on in. We're going to talk about going live and monetizing your expertise. So come on in. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know where you're from. We're going to talk about how do you level up. This is my level up conversation. My 10 a.m., my 4 p.m., I go live with ease. But I want you to be intentional about what you're doing. I want you to make sure that you are leveling up. Whether it's a physical product, digital product, whatever it is, I want you to be intentional about talking to your target audience and solving their pain points. Melissa, thank you for joining. Earn with D, thank you for being here, friend. Big Troy, thank you for joining. Carla, thank you for joining as well. I appreciate you all coming in. We're going to chat a little bit. Good morning. How you doing, friend? Thank you so much, Coco Peach, for joining. I appreciate you. Hi, Jazz. How you doing, friend? Thank you so much. I'm here with you all here, but I'm also on YouTube. So hi, friends in YouTube. I appreciate you being here too. So we're going to chat. I'm co-streaming. This is something I'm doing new. Kevin, thank you for joining. I appreciate you being here. You said, okay. I appreciate that. So yes, this is my new thing. I want to make sure, and I'm taking you along the journey because I want you all to make sure that you are thinking about different ways that you can reach your target audience, different ways that you can also grow your community. So you want to be intentional about that. How are you, Shay Shay? How you doing, friend? As you come in, you know what to do. Thank you so much for the daily heart me. I appreciate you all coming in. So we're going to chat. Hi, Sassy. Sassy B, how's everything going? So we're going to chat it up. We're going to talk about going live. I'm going to give you some tips and strategies to make sure you're reaching your target audience. And thank you all who are joining on YouTube as well. I'm going to give you some tips and strategies to make sure you're reaching your target audience. And so I'm trying this new thing where I'm doing both chats at the same time, or both live streams at the same time, so that I can start engaging with more of an audience. So come on in. I appreciate you all joining. Oh my Lord. Let's see. There we go. Make that a little brighter. There we go. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Black Joy, good morning, friend. How are you? Good morning, Shay Shay. You're connected. That's what you're supposed to do. Come in and make sure you're building your community and saying hi to others. That's the thing. Good morning. Hello. So as you come in, you want to make sure how you, thank you so much. You want to make sure that you are connecting with people. How you doing, Melody? How you doing, David? Dave, thank you so much for joining. So what we're going to do, I'm going to spend a little time early in this live connecting with all of you and making sure you guys are engaging. So if you're part of my IG group, you got a sample script, that's what I call it, for how you engage your viewers on TikTok, okay? So I want you to be intentional about engagement here so that as people are coming into your room, you are connecting, you are growing, you are talking to them intentionally, you're welcoming them. And so, same thing for YouTube. You want to make sure you're welcoming your people. So, good morning, Doc. How you doing, E. Danielle? Thank you so much for being here. So, as you are engaging, you want to make sure you're telling your audience how to engage. Phenomenal. Thank you so much for joining, friend. How's everything? Is it Sarah? Thank you so much. Morning. How you doing, friend? How you doing? So let me know where you're from. If you're new to my room, Rich Sunflower, I saw you. Rich Osana Sunflower. Thank you so much for being here. So if you're new to my room, tell me if you're new. Just say new. I'm new. Just now getting here. Trying to figure out what you're talking about. And so I appreciate you all who are joining in both spaces. So thank you so much. So Detroit in the room. Yes, Detroit. I'm a Midwest girl too. I'm originally from Chicago. So I know Detroit very well. Thank you so much for being here. And then I currently live in Orlando though. So if you're in Orlando, Florida, if you're a neighbor in Florida, let me know that as well. How you doing? Thank you, Phenomenal. I see your friends sharing the live, sending the popular votes. I appreciate you. Look at the gifts, the daily heart me coming in. Lady V, how are you, friend? How are you? I'm doing my hand heart. That's what's happening over here. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate you. So, oh, you're a title gifter. Look at the donuts. Awesome, awesome. Greetings from Atlanta. All, how you doing, Lady V? How's everything going? Lady V, you are growing. Oh my gosh. You're almost at 3,000. Gosh, look at you. You are out in these streets. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. You are really out here. You are connecting and growing. Yes, look at you. Congratulations. Lady V, I'm about to go look at your post. I'm going to see how much have you posted since me and you connected. That's the question. I want you to post. Are you going? You went live. I know you went live. Are you still going live? Let me know if you're still going live. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to get to chatting. Yeah, she's doing great. She is growing. Because, did I say this last time? When you first came here, you hadn't, you had just started your account. So I think you've grown, gosh, in the last 5-6 weeks. That was a brand new account, I believe, when you started coming to my room. Thank you so much, Crystal. I see you, friend. Come on in. Yeah, you're growing fast. Look at you. Oh, my goodness. So that's awesome. Keep growing, friend. Keep growing. Yes, correct. Yep. Keep growing. So let me know. So if you are here, let me know if you're new. We're going to talk about growth. We're going to talk about make sure you're connecting. We're going to talk about it's been 5 weeks. Look at you. I'm going to cheer for you. You are doing it. You are doing it. And so that's what this is all about, growing your community, being intentional about what you're doing, and making sure you're offering, if you're going live, that you're talking to your target audience. You're talking to them and offering solutions to their pain points. So I want you to be intentional about that. You said that's amazing. It is. It is. She's doing awesome. And so I got our 75-day TikTok challenge that's happening right now. So I'm going to talk about that because I want us to be intentional. So you see me, I'm posting, I'm doing it. I'm just like you all out here making sure I'm building communities, and now I started co-streaming. I'm on YouTube. I'm connected over here. So let me know what you're doing. Say hello, put it in the chat. I want to make sure we're building community over here too. So let's continue to grow. Like the live, share the live. We're going to talk about all the things here between the two spaces. But it's important for you all to be intentional about your growth strategy. And so that's what we're going to talk about. How you doing, Crystal? How you doing, Mama, coming in? Okay, so really quickly, I asked this before. If you are new to my chat, just say new. Drop new in the chat. We're going to connect. We want to make sure people are growing, connecting in both spaces. And I want to make sure you're here. You said hi. Look at you. Thank you so much, Katrina. Yes, I am in both spaces, friend. How you doing? You said, look at you. You in both spaces too. I love it. My messy perfect life. How you doing, friend? Oh gosh, you're growing too. Look at you. How you doing? So, where are you from, my messy perfect life? I love it. Where are you from? And we're gonna connect. You said hi. How you doing? So, anybody else new in the room? Let me know where you're from. DMV. Yes. Awesome. Awesome. That is awesome. So thank you for joining. I told you I'm from Orlando and then originally by way of Chicago. Originally from Chicago. So come on in. I appreciate you all being here. And I appreciate you all connecting in both spaces too. So you said new to the room. I appreciate you all because that's what this is about. This is about your growth strategy. And so as you're thinking very intentionally about growing your communities, how do you think about your pivot strategy? Again, I'm in two spaces at once because I'm being intentional. And so I want you to be intentional about talking to your target audience, making sure you're offering solutions. What's your YouTube? My YouTube is Launch Your Income. Okay? So Dr. Lee said launch your income here. On YouTube, I'm just launch your income. And so that's what I'm doing over here. So definitely connect with me over there too. We're going to continue to grow in both spaces. And we're going to talk about some strategies for you to be intentional, especially in this next 75 days. I started the week off. And in what I call my rant, I don't rant much, but what I call my rant was that I want us to be intentional in the sense that we got 75 days. And so what are you going to do in those 75 days? What are you going to do intentionally? There's a lot of people here on this app. Juanita, thank you so much for being here. There's a lot of people on this app, and there's a lot of people who are making passive income and primary income. I'm not just saying it's passive. I want you to be intentional about your growth strategy. So if you got these 75 days to grow and do something really impactful, how do you do it? And so that's what we're going to talk about today. I want us to be intentional. This is my level. This is what I call my level up conversation. Because at 4 o'clock, I'm talking to my people who are new, my people who are nervous, my people who are not at ease, and they need to get at ease. And so I want you to be intentional about that. What are your thoughts about what will happen on day 75? You know what? Okay, so here's my thoughts. That's a great question. Here's my thoughts. I personally think there is going to be a day 75 or 76. I'm sorry, day 76. Because here's the reality. And it's hard to kind of picture this right now with everything that's happening in the world with the tariffs and all this other stuff. So it's hard to picture this. But there are a lot of people who are doing well, doing extremely well, both here and the other social media platforms too, that are doing very well. And so the reality of that is there's a lot of money that is being made and a lot of money to be made. And I think what's going to happen is that cooler heads are going to prevail. We're going to see this thing play out. And I do believe it's going to be a day 76. Now, will we have to deal with the messiness of that? Yes. Yes, it is not going to be pretty. It is going to be unnerving, uneasy for all of us. But I think we will get to day 76. That's the optimist in me. Because if you would have talked to me maybe about 5, 6 months ago, I would have been kind of a nervous energy, uneasy about all this. But the optimist in me says that, you know what? They're extending this for a reason. This is happening. And quiet as kept, I think it happened already. The ink just needs to get dotted, I's dotted, T's crossed. Because I think a deal has been made. It's just a matter of just kind of rolling that out. That's my thinking about this because there's too many things that's happening, especially with the app. How you doing, Miss Darlene? I see you. There's too many things that's rolling out lately that tells me there's something else that's happening. And I think this is again my optimistic view is that we're just here as kind of in the crosshairs of all the stuff that's happening behind in the world. But this is going to continue. There's too much going on. Too many people making money. If you really see it, yes, it will be. Will be, but shattering this. Yeah. Yes, it will, but we will shatter this. Yes, awesome. Yes, sir. Yes, definitely. Hello, Darlene. How you doing? So that's my thoughts about it. I don't think it's going to end. I think there's too much happening, particularly when we think about um, some of the higher level content creators. So what I've done is that I started following some of the ones that are like really, um, you know, obviously a lot of followers and they're making a lot of money. I'm following people on TikTok Shop. I'm seeing some other people who are content creators that are um, promoting other services and resources and stuff. And so I really strongly believe those people matter. There's some A-listers here on TikTok as well. I think not to say that we don't matter, but I think honestly those people have a voice that is being heard in multiple spaces. And so I really do believe that the powers that be, the people who are really trying to get this app, they're trying to make sure that they make a play at it as well. So I don't think it's going anywhere. There's too much money here. Too much money. So um, and at the end of the day, we're the lower on the totem pole. So we're gonna ride this wave. We're gonna stay with it. And I think day 76 will be here. So that's my thoughts about it. I think we will see day 76. So in the meantime, I don't want you to stop because that's what most people will do. People quit. You overthink a situation, you overanalyze it, you say, well, it's not going to happen, and you stop. And so I don't want you to stop. I want you to keep going. I want you to keep moving. If it does go dark for a few days, it's going to come back up, and that happened before. Those are the things that you have to kind of deal with. That's the messiness of it. But I do think there's going to be a day 76. That's my thoughts on it. Not everybody is of that mindset, and again, because of that, I'm over here too. I'm going on YouTube, on Instagram. I'm being very intentional about a pivot strategy so that I can have multiple things going on. I think that has unparalleled potential financially. That brings me hope. Absolutely, absolutely. Um, Brenda, how you doing, friend? Gee, am I being filtered again today? That comment did get filtered. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. There's a couple people who have said they've gotten filtered quite a bit from me. Brenda, and I messaged you. I haven't had a chance to look at my message since I sent it. Did you say today or tomorrow? Let me know if you said one today or tomorrow. Just put the number one. Just say when or or third. If either one of those times work, how can you tell if you get filtered? So TikTok, some of the filters I see, it's grayed out for the live host, and I can click to unfilter it. And then some of them I don't see. So people are saying they're sending messages. I don't see them all the time. So some message I see, some I don't. Okay, I will check that. Okay, awesome. Um, and so some messages I see, some I don't. So I don't know what's happening. TikTok will say you're being filtered, and everybody sees that or sees that there's a filtered message. But yeah, I can't. There's no rhyme or reason why it's happening that way. Um, let's see what the flash goal is. Let's see. This is a daily heart me flash goal, so we'll do this one. This is a daily heart me, so we want to make sure we get daily heart me's in. So because if you have not done your daily heart me, go ahead and grab it. Do your daily heart me. How you doing, Coach Miss Jessie? So we're gonna make sure we optimize our this live room. Make sure people are here. Make sure you're engaging. Bountiful, thank you. Bountiful Healing, I appreciate you. Great question this morning. You got me to thinking about day 76. And honestly, here's my mindset. I don't think about the days. I don't think of it that way. I know that's wrong. I don't think about it that way. I think about it as, okay, if I am doing this, then I'm all in. And I think most people think about the end in mind. I think about the potential. So even here, just being here in these next, now we don't have 75 days essentially. We have like 71, 72 days left. But even being here in this time, those 71 days or so, I'm going to make an impact. I'm going to grow here. And what I'm going to end up doing here is connected with people here. And then I'm going to say, okay, you know what? This doesn't have to end. You can still find me. You can still connect with me. I'm going to still support you and help you grow in other platforms, in other places. I'm going to be on YouTube. I'm going to connect with you there. And those are the things that I'm going to do. And so we can continue to grow in other spaces. It doesn't have to be this and this is the end, okay? This is where we're starting. And how are we being intentional? And so you can grow in other places too. Now, don't get me wrong, I like TikTok. I do. TikTok to me is a way for you, and the way the algorithm is set up, a way for you to connect with your audience, your target audience, talk to them. They're going to come in the room, they're going to support you, and then you can make pivot to other platforms and connect with people there. So that's the beauty of what TikTok brings because it allows you to grow here. The other platforms, there's definitely ways to grow over there. You just have to be a little bit more intentional and maybe a little bit more patient. Okay, but all the social medias have growth potential. So it's just a matter of how do you start? How do you connect over here? How do you start doing this so that you're at ease? Okay, so that when you go to another platform, you can easily pivot and do it. Okay, and not feel any concern about being able to do it because you did it here. Or if you did it elsewhere, you brought that to here. So just recognize there's so much potential. So I want you to be intentional about what you're doing. So my friends in the room, we're going to talk about everything you need to know to be successful currently right here on TikTok. And then as you're growing, as you're building, you can be on other platforms too and grow. So really quickly, I told you I was on YouTube. YouTube, I am under Launch Your Income. Launch Your Income is my YouTube name. We'll see. I may change it. I mean, I have it as Launch Your Income. And here I'm Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income. So I may end up making all my social medias the same. But Launch Your Income is my name on YouTube and on Instagram. And I did that on purpose. These pages, my YouTube and Instagram, I really was torn about being face forward. And so TikTok allowed me to be face forward. That's where I felt comfortable after I had a faceless account. I have a faceless account here too. But then I was like, you know what? Let me just be face forward. Let me just do it. I was listening to other creators. I was listening to other people on TikTok and going to live host rooms and stuff. And I was like, okay, they're doing it. I can do it. And so I just became a little bit more comfortable bringing it here. And I haven't transitioned those other pages to total face forward page. So I'm in the works on that. I'm going to do it. How you doing, Miss Darlene? Thank you so much for being here in the room. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Good morning. How you doing? Create, relate with Kitty. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much, friends. Um, so here's what I want you to do. I told you earlier that we're going to talk about engagement. I want you to be intentional about your engagement. TikTok changed things recently with the Daily Heartbeat. I posted about this yesterday. I'm going to talk about it again today because I want you all to make sure as you come into a live room, I tell you now that you're going to do your check-in. Your Daily Heartbeat is a check-in. And you want to make sure you check out. Okay? So right now, you don't want to leave someone's room without clicking that daily heartbeat as a checkout because you're leaving points behind if you do. So you want to collect your points, no points left behind. So as you're engaging, as you're connecting with people, you're doing a daily heartbeat, you're checking into live. I tell you all the time, it's like coming into someone's room. You're going to say hello. That's your hello. You can also put it in the chat. No points left behind. Yes. Be still. How you doing, friend? You said no points left behind. So you're going to do that in a very intentional way. You're going to go ahead and check in. And then when you get ready to leave, you click that daily heartbeat. Today at one works. Awesome. Awesome, Brenda. I saw your message. I know you're going to come back in. You sent that over there. Yeah. So you are checking in. You're going to pay attention to all the different points you're going to claim. Okay? So let's walk through how to activate the live a little bit more. Explain engagement on TikTok. Thank you so much. I see your friends on my YouTube. How you doing? Okay. So good morning, MJ. How you doing? You're official. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, my friends. So the first thing you want to do, and I have a script that I left for my people who have the IG chat. So who's in my IG group chat? I gave you a script so that you can do this with your audience, okay? So what I do is teach you how to be a live host so that you can be successful with your audience. So as you're talking about engagement, as you're helping them engage fully, you want to let people know. Because a lot of people don't understand this platform. You got people who are coming into your room for the first time. Maybe they haven't been to a live stream before. Or if they have been to a live stream, the other live hosts maybe not, they possibly haven't explained everything here. So when you explain it, it might be the first time they're hearing it. You got people who don't even know about having coins on their account. Okay? So you want to make sure you explain that. You got people who don't know about the blue boxes. And I'm about to explain the orange boxes. And so you want to make sure you are talking to your community, explaining these features to them, because that's how you get engagement. Blessings. How you doing, Faith? That's how you get engagement, because people won't, unless you share with them, they don't know how to engage. There's people who are here. If you're new to my live, put new in the chat for me. If you're new, just getting here, and you're brand new, you're like, I have never seen you before. I don't know nothing about what you're talking about. New, official, how you doing? You said, what's the subscription about? Faith, I'm going to tell you that too. I appreciate you asking. You got filtered, but we're going to talk about it anyway. I see what you said. Yes, I need more understanding on all this. I got you, Justin. Thank you so much. And that's the whole point. So I teach you how to be a live host. Sometimes I feel like it takes away from your intended content when I talk about that. You got to talk about it though, Jess. I'm going to say that first and foremost. Because the flip side about that is that you're going to say, well, why aren't people engaging? Why aren't people doing my daily heart me? And why aren't people following me? Because as a new live host, you want to make sure people follow you. Why aren't people hearting my live or sharing my live or gifting? All those things are part of the engagement. So you want to explain it. Because if you don't explain it, then you're going to say, well, why don't I have engagement? So, and I'm going to explain this differently because I explain it as a live host. I explain it as a live host for a reason. Following so true. Yes. So I explain it as a live host because here's the deal. If you don't explain it from a live host perspective, you're monetized based off the scale live rewards. That's part of it. That's part of your monetization. So if you are not, just trying to float into without stumbling so much. Oh no, it gets easier. Jess, are you part of my IG group? Let me know because I gave that group a script, and you can make it your own. Don't use it as my words. You can make it your own, but you want to spend. I tell people, and I've been talking for a little bit, but I tell people spend maybe the first 10 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes. You say, no, you're not. If you bought my bundle, if you got the bundle, then you're in the group. You have access to the group. If you bought my bundle and didn't get in the group, let me know. I'll put you in the group. Because a lot of people didn't give me their Instagram information. So I have some people who bought that are not in it. I'm sorry. My allergies are really killing me. Kicking my tail lately. So how you doing? Have it, Kathy? Thank you so much for being here. So let me get some water. Good morning, Rosie. Rosie, we got to get you in the IG group. I was hoping you came today. I want to make sure you get in the IG group, my friend. So here, what is the bundle? The bundle is, for this particular live, I reduced the price. So I haven't reduced it yet, but it's the Launch and Earn Blueprint bundle. It comes with me as a coach to support you. It comes with helping you understand how to create products, whether it's physical or digital consultations for your audience as you're talking to them. It also gives you access to my Instagram group chat. So I have an Instagram group chat. We're growing, connecting over there. There's over 125 people in that group. I told you a lot more people bought the bundle, but they haven't gotten into the group chat yet. But it's a way for you to connect and build community. So I want you to be intentional. And so I'll talk about it in a second. I want to talk about engagement first. I'll promote that. So if you just stay with me for maybe another 10, 15 minutes, I'm going to pivot to the bundle because I really want you all to be intentional. And so if you are in, yes, I have a group chat too. Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm on YouTube too. So my YouTube people, I appreciate you being here. Hello, friends. Okay, yep. So my people are seeing it there. So I want to make sure, Rosie, make sure we connect today because I want to make sure you get in the group chat. So here, So I'm going to talk about about 15 minutes, and I'm going to pivot to that because I'm going to spend a little time there because I want you all to be intentional in these next 75 days. When it comes to talking about to your audience about how to engage, here's what I say, and I say it jokingly, you say it in your own way. You say, friends, we're here together. You just entered in my live, you just entered a three-way relationship. This is a threesome. So I'm joking saying that, but at the end of the day, I'm being very serious in the sense that I want you to make sure you're engaging. So TikTok has this app for us. We're engaging. We're able to connect. As a live host, I'm going to educate, entertain, and inspire you. Maybe all three, maybe educate mainly. Depends on what you get from it. But I want you to make sure that you are getting as much as possible from this live. And so TikTok allows live hosts to come here, and we get monetized through by collecting diamonds. So because of your engagement, because of the gifting, that creates a diamond. That equation creates a diamond for us, and we monetize. Well, TikTok gives you points. So just when you think about talking to your audience, you want to let them know they're getting points for their engagement. And so I'm going to let you know with those points, TikTok is giving you points for how you're commenting, how you are liking the live, how you are sharing the live, how you are gifting. All that becomes points. And that's represented in those blue boxes. Okay? As well as the orange boxes. The orange hearts is for this particular live. So as you're coming into my live, you're going to click that daily heart me as a check-in. And you also are going to check out and claim your points you've collected. Those points allow you to get TikTok shop early, allow you to get live access early, allow you to get other levels of engagement in your content because you're going to make connections here and connect with people, and people are going to see you're a high-level engager, and then they're going to go in your content and connect with you as well. So you want to be intentional about all the things you're doing in a live stream as a viewer as much as you're doing it as a live host. Okay? So everyone, consistency, engagement matters. Okay? So we're going to talk through what does that look like in real time. Because even watching my live, as you're watching my live, and if you did the daily heart me, as you watch my live, every 5 minutes you get 8 points. Okay? Up to 40 points. And so you want to make sure you're clicking the daily heart me, you're getting that in. Really quickly, if you did not get your daily heart me, we have a flash, and this is something else TikTok is making it fun and engaging. There's a flash game challenge that's happening right now. That's what it is, a flash challenge. And that challenge ends in 1 minute. So we have about half the people in the room that have gotten the daily heart me. Oh, I didn't know that we get points for viewing. Yeah, you get points for viewing. You do. And I'm going to show you where you can see those points. I'm not making this up. I want you all to go and see it yourself. So if you're in my room and you didn't do the daily heart me, come in, get your daily heart me. We got 45 seconds left. Get your daily heart me so we can do that. Daily heart me is 1 coin. That's the heart plus next to my name. So I just want to put that out there. That's good to know. So I'm going to talk about that really quickly. So just go ahead and do the daily heart me so we can get the flash. And if not, that's fine. You can do the daily heart me later. Really quickly, I'm going to show 18.1.2K is from the taps. You're going to tap to the confetti falls. We're going to talk about what does that mean. Tap to the confetti falls. Okay? So I want you to tap to the confetti falls. Hello. Okay, how you doing, friends? You're going to tap to the confetti falls. So that means that you need 14 more. Click orange hearts. Oh, thank you. It's about to end, but that's okay. We have to click the heart me, then send now. Yes. If you click that heart plus, then hit send now. Yep. That's what it is. But let's see. Well, let me edit it. Let's see. Oh, that's not it. Okay. I think the flash show just send it. Just send it. Oh, the flash challenge. But that's okay. We'll get it next time. Is it free? It's a coin. It's 1 penny. Let me start there because you asked that question. There are free things on this app. There's free things to support and have engagement. Free is tapping, because I'm going to talk about the Heart Plus. Sharing the live is free. I missed you today. How you doing, Sweet TP? Hi, Sweet Tea Pie. I appreciate you. I miss you too. Tapping the screen is free. That's the hearts. Sharing the live, it says 55 shares at the bottom. Or if you tap my nose and glasses, that's sharing the live. I'll talk about that in a second. Commenting is free. The things you got to pay for. So if you click the gift box has a number in the corner, If you click that, you can recharge. That's how you get coins in your account. I tell people if you pay $20 and get 2,000 coins, you get a few less when you do it in the app because there's a processing fee. But if you go on the website, www.tiktok.com/symbol coin, COIN, log in there, get coins there. So again, if you got $20 in coins, 2,000 coins, TikTok is actually going to give you a little extra because there's not the processing fee. So it's a little bit better to go on the website, but you can do the recharge here. Okay. So coins is what you need to do the daily heart meet. That's 1 penny. Coins are denominations of pennies, the amounts of pennies. The gift box has gifts there too that you can send. The roses are also a penny. So you see people sending roses. So all those are pennies, coins, 1 coin. And so you do need to have coins on your account to fully engage. But all support, such as tapping the screen, the free support, that matters. That helps the live as well. So you get engagement points for doing all that engagement as well. So I want you to be very intentional about what you're doing. Thank you so much, my people who are on YouTube. I appreciate you being here. And so, MJ, thank you so much. So here's what I tell people. When you come into a live, you want to make sure you're tapping the screen. That's the 21.7K. So if you tap and take your finger and just tap, 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 you will see a pink heart that's going to pop up. And then there's going to be a line that crawls across. As that line crawls across, confetti dots are going to pop out of it. Okay? Confetti dots are going to pop out. And as it gets fatter and those confetti dots pop out, you can let go and confetti's going to fall on the screen. You see the confetti, I don't. So just so that you know, you don't be like, oh, Dr. Lisa, did you see my confetti? No, I did not see your confetti. You see the confetti. And again, I tell you, TikTok has this app for us, and it's fun and games. It's ways for us to engage and build community. So that's what that is. It's just a way for us to build community. With that, the confetti will fall, and then you can, oh, TikTok, Mighty, do you have to monetize to utilize the super chat? That's a great question. That's a great question. I don't know the answer to that one. You said yes. Okay. um, Sherry, thank you. Good morning, friend. And so, as you tap the screen, that's one thing you do. Share the live. So there's 68 people that click the arrow to share the live. If you hold my glasses and nose, you can press the number, press the screen, and share out the live. As you share out the live, you as a live host, you want to share your live. You want to share your live. You want to be intentional about sharing it out to people. So I just share my live with 10 or more people. So you share the live out. That's a good way to get the live out. That is support. TikTok will see you in the live. They will see you engaging. They will see you supporting. And they will say, okay, I see you. I'm going to share this out to more people. And the FYP will, they'll share it out to FYP. And people will come in because of this too. Because people are engaging. How you doing, Miss Vicky? I see you flying in. And so that's a great way to get support for the live. And it's also a great way for you to build community. Rainey, how you doing, friend? As you're building, as more people are coming into the live, you can build up your live, build up your following. Okay? So you want to be intentional. So my people are coming in. Now I'm going to talk about the things that you need coins for. So I talked about sharing, tapping, commenting. You don't need coins for that. Here's what I tell people, and I want you to be intentional about this. As you come into the live now, this is updated information. It changed last week. Oh my God, thank you so much for explaining all this. You're welcome, Amanda. Amanda, I appreciate you. You said, Amanda, I was like, I had no clue what I was doing. And that's what I teach you all. I want you all to explain this to your people. I want you to be intentional. So the daily heart meeting, let me explain this. I compare it to coming into a professional conference or a concert or a movie or a restaurant, anything you go to, you got to do a check-in. That's what this is. This is a check-in. So you're letting the live host know I am here. Okay? I'm here. I'm ready to engage. Intentional is my sister's favorite word. It is. You got to be intentional. Yes, Rosie. So as you're doing things, you're checking into this live. You are saying, I'm here. And then what happens is the screen pops up and says, join my team. The reason it says that is because you become a team member. You are a member of this live. It's for this day, for this live. And you are a member. And as a member, what you're doing is working together to make sure the live is operating smoothly. I told you when you come into someone's live, you are coming to receive something. Thank you so much. And as you're receiving it, whether it's receiving information, receiving entertainment, receiving inspiration, whatever it is, you're coming here. Can you go over the automatic tapper? Um, you have filters for that too, somehow. Yes, I can. There is a device where it automatically taps. I tell people to move it around a little bit. It can be a little, it can work well sometimes, but sometimes it doesn't. So sometimes you want to move it around. But that is a way to do tapping. It's actually a great way to get engagement going. And so you can tap the screen or use should not for that. Yeah, what you mean shouldn't for that? Tapping the screen. What you mean? Let me know if you're talking about the tapper or you're talking about the filter. So, but with that, yeah, the tapper is good. I've seen people use it. I need to go online and get one. I haven't gotten one, so I'm gonna do it. I just need to sit down and do it. Actually, I just haven't done it. But I do think it's a good device to have, and so it helps with the tapping, um, and like in the live. So when you get the daily heart rate, you want to pay attention to that. So I want you to be intentional about checking in, and then when the screen pops up, TikTok gives you 45 points for your daily heart rate. Pause for a second. Look to see what's there as it's telling you different ways you can engage and get points. Okay? So it tells you get points for adding a comment. It gives you points for that. It'll give you points for gifting. You get a point for gifting. It'll give you points where you can claim for watching the live, liking the screen, sharing the live. All those things are points that you can claim. So pause and see what's there. And then I will tell you. Thank you so much. I see. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. I will tell you as you are also looking at those things, make sure you go back and claim your points. Because now what TikTok has done is said, okay, you can do your daily heart rate. I need you to now check out. Because you got to claim those points. And so you don't want to leave points behind. You want to click that daily heart rate before you leave. So now think of it as a check-in and a check-out. So that you are now getting your daily heart rate points before you leave. And you're claiming them. If your phone dies for whatever reason, you leave the room, you swipe out by accident, you lose your points. So you actually should, on occasion, click up there and make sure you get your points. Okay? And make sure you claim whatever points. Because if you've been sitting here for a while, you want to make sure you get your points, okay? Hold on one second. Okay, I was looking at my daughter sent a text. I'm like, what is she talking about? I think she's talking about spending money. That's what that was about. Okay, so that's what's going on there. So you want to make sure you get your points. When it comes to putting a comment in, you put your comment in. And how you doing, Vicky came in. You want to put your comment in. And then I want to talk about the blue box. Thank you for the information. You're welcome. I saw something selling cryptos under your name. I know that's not you. Exactly. Thank you for saying that, Mariexa. So I have imposter spam accounts. I guess that's what it is. A few of them pop up. And if they message you, if they're sending something to you, please, first of all, know that it's not me. Second of all, I don't have a new account. It's the only account I have. And if they message you, make sure you report them to TikTok and block and mute them, or block them rather. And so make sure you are reporting them. Thank you so much for saying that, Mariexa. Yes. I say that all the time in my lives because I do have these imposter accounts out there, which is unnerving. And so I'm going to try my best to submit. Someone sent some information to me before, so I need to sit down and do it where I actually report them formally to TikTok and submit a formal report because at this point it's becoming unnerving. I need to go back and check and see how many more have popped up. I knew of 3, but and what they do is take my content and post it and make it look like it's my page, and they have my photo and my name. So please pay attention to the follower counts as well as If they reach out to you, I don't reach out to people. I don't initiate a DM. You know it's me if I answer your DM. If you reach out to me first and I answer, but I'm not going to send you a message and a follow and all that stuff unless you've initiated it. Okay? So that's how that goes. How do you report them on TikTok? You can do it through, there's a couple of ways to do it. If you go to the support, to the three lines in the corner of your profile, is settings and privacies. Hit support and you can report an account. That is, you can submit a report to report them. Somebody else, and I have to go back and look at the instructions. There's another page where you can go to TikTok's website and submit an actual affidavit where you're saying that this account is an imposter account and they're taking your name and likeness and stuff. And so I need to do that process so that I can get them removed. And so do screenshots. I have to do a whole different thing to say that they're impersonating me. So yes, what's my TikTok? I'm on YouTube also. My TikTok name is Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income. Make sure you look for the one with about, I have over 10K followers now. Those other pages do not. So that is the right page. So thank you so much. It's like being careful who you talk to, even in the streets. That's crazy. Yes. My husband says that all the time. TikTok streets are just like the regular streets. TikTok streets and the regular streets are all the same. So yeah. So you got to be careful who's out there and make sure you don't get you know scammed in that way. Yeah. Yes, that is very true. Yeah, TikTok streets and regular streets, they're all the same. You got to be careful. You just got to be careful. So, friends, okay, so let's do this. Blue boxes. If you are new to my live, I'm sorry. My allergies. That's the fan. I just realized I had that fan on. That's why I'm really. You laugh. Thank you so much. Okay, so if you are new to my life, put new. Cassandra, thank you so much for the compliment. I see you, friend. If you are new to my live, put new, and we're going to talk about the blue boxes, or hi. So new. Awesome. So what I want you to do, we're going to talk about the blue boxes. I want you to click your photo as you do that, as you put your word in, and we're going to talk about making sure you optimize your profile with a bio. And then my friend, you put the symbol new. I see you. We're going to get you there. Rich Sunflower, yeah, the filtering is still, Rich Osan Sunflower, we're going to meet today. So we'll talk a little bit about it. I don't know what's happening, but I do see it. From Haiti, how you doing, friend? And so as you click your photo, I want you to click your box. I have to say thank you because I followed your instruction, was able to work on the blue box. Look at there. Awesome. I appreciate you. You leveling up, friend. You said I was able to work on that. Did you not have a bio either? I think you didn't have a bio. Did you have? It says I'm passionate. Okay, look at you. Look there. Thank you so much for being here. So let's see. Okay, where was I? I'm sorry. I had a bio, but it wasn't engaging enough. There you go. You said I went back to the drawing board. Brenda, you said thanks. I see you, Brenda. Brenda, 1 o'clock, I saw it. I saw your message. So I got you. I got your friend. So we'll meet today at 1. Awesome. Good morning, everyone. So, okay, really quick, I got distracted. So my people who just put new in the room, my people who put new in the room, go ahead and click your photo. Click your photo. Once you click your photo, I want you to hit your level, the LV number, where the LV0, LV12, LV17, LV4, LV1. I want you to click your photo, and then I want you to click the LV0 number. That's your level number, okay? I want you to pay attention to that. So I want you to click it, and then once you click that level, so Dot, I see you put new, friend, that's fine. You said me, you are not new anymore. You still don't have a bio, Maxa. What's Marietta? What's going on? You've heard me talk about this. Okay, I'm going to talk about bio in a second. Let me finish this blue box. So once you click your level, you're going to see where you have your total amount of points that you've collected. So it could be 0 points. That's fine. But the total amount of points you've collected, there's going to be a / symbol, and it's going to be the number of points you need, the total amount of points you need to get to that next level. So for you people who are level 1, total amount of points you need for level 0. And then what you're going to see underneath there is the difference. The difference between what you have and what you need is your experience points. And so you want to be intentional about collecting points so that you can level up. Okay? And so as you're leveling up, you're growing. You're becoming a higher engager. High engagement means that you get live access early, that you get TikTok shop early, that you get more engagement in your in the live, but also in your content, because people are going to come and engage over there too. So you want to be a high engager. High engagers, they fly in at the top of the live. So you see them coming in at the top. Those are people who are coming and engaging in the live. That's the blue box. In the orange box, the orange box is representative of my live. So when you go to other people's lives, you're going to get an orange box for them. If you are doing the daily heart me, if you don't do the daily heart me, you don't get an orange box. The blue box follows you to every single live. That level is what you're collecting. So as you become a high engager, your level goes up. Okay? So TikTok, on purpose, TikTok. TikTok is making sure you are here, you're engaging, you like what you see, like what you're experiencing, and it allows you to engage and get benefits from it. Thank you so much, Coach Miss Jessie. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So in order to level up, you collect points. So the roses are a penny. That's what you can level up by giving so many roses, depending on how many points you need. Or you can go into the gift box. Thank you so much, Digital Granny. Or you can go in the gift box and give gifts. And essentially what you're doing is getting a point for every gift that you get. So it's a point for point, okay? Learning more every day. Yes, that's it. Okay? So you want to be intentional about your engagement. You want to be intentional about your growth. You want to make sure as you're leveling up that you are connecting with people too in this room. And so here's what I tell my people. Here's what I tell my people. My child, she's trying to call me, but I'll talk to her in a second. What does glitter badge mean? The glitter badge. Glitter badge. Is that, are you seeing something here? Let me know if this is what you're looking at. You're seeing something that's like in a box over in this area. Because what happens is that TikTok has different ads and commercials going on. And so every box is different. And so the glitter badge under the LV, let's see, under the LV, under your LV, let's see. Oh, the gift gallery, is that what it is? Maybe it's the gift gallery. It's sharing the different gifts that you can give in here. I think that's what you meant. And so it must be a gift in the gift gallery. So that's probably what's happening. So yeah, TikTok has all different types of fun, engaging ways to gift and engage. And so I was talking about the ad here. So those are different campaigns and stuff that's happening. So you'll see that as well. So that's probably what you're talking about in the gift gallery. Okay, so you want to look under that. So you get different badges. There's different ways of how you're engaging. So you're growing, you're engaging, you're getting different gifts along the way, and able to level up and get different badges for your leveling up. The gift gallery is a gallery that recharges every week. And so there's gifts in the gift gallery where as a person is engaging, you're able to give a gift to the live host that is supporting their gift gallery. And so if their gift gallery gets filled, I think there's a recognition for that. You want people's gift gallery to get filled up, but that's another way to engage and support the live. So my people who are new, I want to share something with you all who do not have a bio, okay? So you want to optimize your profile, and here's the reason why. There's a couple reasons why. The first reason is when you come into live, you are clicking on people's information, and you're seeing what they're all about. And a lot of times people will not engage with you fully and follow you or connect with you because your bio is not optimized. Okay? So you want to make sure you have words in the bio so people know who you are and what you're all about. The other reason, which is probably the main reason, you want to make sure your bio has words in it because that's how TikTok knows who you are. And those keywords, those words in your bio, is part of how TikTok will identify what category to put you in, and how to push out content, your content. Ideally, it will align with what you're producing content on, how to push that content out to people who are looking for it. So when you have words, the words that you type here, the words that you say, the words that you're searching in the search bar, all that is part of how this algorithm works. It is taking in the information we're sharing, verbally or written, and then it says, okay, you are interested in this type of information. Or as a live post, you are interested in bringing people to your room that is interested in this type of information. So you want to be intentional about putting words in your bio so that your information, your topics, your content can get in front of the people who want it, who are looking for it. Okay? So you're being very intentional. Let's see. I saw a comment. I wanted to make sure I got it on. Okay, when you click on a level, a blue box opens with a send a gift to activate gifter levels. Yep, that's it. Yep, that's it. So yeah, so that's how you engage. Yes, I found out FYD because I'm trying to figure out TikTok. There you go. Yep, yep. And so my live is about going live on TikTok. And so my content is about going live on TikTok. My content is also about monetizing. And so I talk about making money. So part of the people in this room are curious about TikTok and going live. And part of the room are people who are curious about making money online and monetizing. And how do you do that? And so that's what's happening here. So people who are interested in monetizing, they said, thank you. I see you, Rich. I see the heart's coming through too. Yep. And so you want to be intentional. Be sure to review your bio and update it. Yep. That's it. Yep. Thank you for the great advice. It's greatly appreciated. You're welcome, Paradise. I see you, friends. And so thank you so much. And so as you are, how you doing, Rio Stack? Good morning to you as well. How do you input the info from bio? Was it Benjamin King Queen? Thank you so much for being here, friend. So when you go on your profile, you're going to click the edit profile. So when you go to your profile screen, that's where your face is, your nickname is above, your username is below. Under your username is edit profile. Oh, Donna, was your first gift. Look at there. Awesome. Thank you for the great advice. Greatly appreciate it. And so as you edit your profile, bios is one of the options that you edit with. Thanks so much for the details. You're welcome, Justin. So bio is one of the options for you to click. As you edit your bio, you want to make sure you save it. Now, what I will share is that you want to be a little bit more intentional about the words you put. So ideally, it will align with what you're putting in your, what you're putting content about, what you're creating content about. So you want to be intentional there too. I tell people also, and so my level up people, my 4 p.m. go live with ease, I kind of talk a little bit more about your niche and making sure you're being intentional about creating your live stream based off your target audience, what they're looking for, something that's going to resonate with your target audience. And as you think about your niche and your topics, ideally it is topics that you, how you doing, Mimi? Topics that you are going to talk about in your live stream. You're being very intentional about that as well. Hold on one second. Let's see. So does the blue box recycle every day? Because I thought I was level 4 yesterday, but I can't remember. Justin, you were level 4 yesterday, and today you're level 5. You went up. You leveled up. The blue box does not recycle. It goes with you to each live. It follows you. So the blue box follows you. The orange box is for here, for my live. It is the daily heartbeat that you got for Dr. Lisa's live. If you go to someone else's live, Parties Unboxed, if you go to her live, you will get a different, unless you do the daily heartbeat, you won't have an orange box at all. Or your orange box may be grayed if you haven't gone there over the last 7 days. Okay? Because it's daily. It's a daily heartbeat. But the blue box follows you from live to live. So as you level up, your level grows. And so you grew. Essentially, I think you did the daily heartbeat. Did you gift? What did you do? You did something in this live. And so you've grown. And so I tell people, you want to make sure that you're being intentional. You say yes. Oh, yep. Okay, awesome. Thank you. This is also interesting. Thank you. You're welcome. So you want to make sure you're growing. You want to make sure you're being intentional about what you're doing. So the daily heart me is a part of that. And I tell people, thank you, Mimi. So I tell people you want to make sure if you click the daily heart me, you get 45 points. The box pops up. It says, do you want to add a comment? You get 30 points. And then I say click your blue box to make sure you know how many points you need to level up. Look at that. I'm a rock star. um, so you said do TikTok. Do I TikTok on my desktop? No, this is actually my iPhone. This is my phone. And then I'm on a tablet for YouTube. And so I'm over there as well. And my YouTube is Launch Your Income. And I'm on YouTube as a way to grow the YouTube channel, but also to make sure I'm thinking very intentionally about my pivot strategy and building my community over there. And as I grow, and we talked about 76 day, what happens on day 76? If we're not here, then you'll be able to find me on YouTube. Okay? So the blue box doesn't go away every day, correct? So it grows every day, correct? Um, the blue box does not go away. The blue box will stay the same if you are not, okay, let me say this differently. The blue box will become a gray out blue box. So your blue box will go away if you do not continue to activate it. You activate it by adding a coin, having coins in your account, and maybe giving a rose. So as long as you come into a live and you are engaging and you are gifting, primarily gifting, I know that's the main thing, like giving a rose, your comments, your likes, that helps with the orange box mainly for this live. But the blue box is basically based on your gifting and your daily heartening. Okay? Thank you, Father. Good rest of your day. You're welcome. Don't mix your, oh, okay. Interesting. The blue box will gray out. So people who have not been there, you heard me say, oh, you got to activate your blue box. Your voice is so soothing. Thank you, Romeo. I appreciate it. I'm dealing with the allergies. I'm happy I turned that fan off. It was really making me cough. Make sure before you leave that you check out and get your points. I have to recharge. Never had to do so. To the heart and join at the top. Miss Bless, I think the daily heartbeat was always. I don't know when it. I don't know. Well, your due account. I was about to say I don't know if it was like that a year ago, but the daily heartbeat has always been a coin that you have to pay. Yeah, you have to have coins in your account for the daily heartbeat. Hope you have a good day today. Trying to do this from my laptop and can't find the heartbeat. The laptop, you won't find the heartbeat. The laptop doesn't offer it. It has to be a mobile device to do the daily heartbeat. Unfortunately, it's not on there for the heartbeat. Unless you found it, let me know if you did. But from my understanding, it's not on there for the heartbeat. You have to do it from the mobile device. Okay. Yeah, true. Yep. Rich Snowball, you saying yeah, true about the laptop? I think that's what you're saying. So, so here's what I want to do. Thank you for sharing, helping me learn. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, that's what you're referring to. You said yes. I'm co-signing. I appreciate you, friend. So here's what I want to do. I learned so much. Thanks. You're welcome. Still learning. Yes. So my friends, like I said, this is all about engagement and about laptop. Awesome. Thank you so much. Hello from California. How you doing, Tootie? Jess Social. Are you still in the room? I don't know if you're still in the room. You might have left by now. But I know that was a long way of saying, you're welcome, friend. I know that was a long way of saying you got the other Jess, not Jasmine. Not Jasmine. I have Jess Social was in the room. How you doing, Jamie? If you find this information. Oh, thank you so much, friend. Okay. You said, oh, laughing. Hello. Yes. Jessica, I think that's what it stands for, Jess Social. So she asked the question about how to make sure she remembers everything to keep people engaged. So I want to make sure you guys are saying some of this. Now, you say it in your own way. I did a very long-winded response, and what happens in my life all for the day. Yes, how you doing, Meta? Okay, make sure you do your checkout. I'm Jess too. Are you? You are Jess too. That's right, Coach Miss Jess. Make sure you don't forget to claim your points for the daily heart rate. Nice. Okay. So what I did was a long-winded answer, but I want you all to be intentional about talking to your audience because as you saw in this room, and now I am talking about going live and helping people understand the live process. But what's going to happen is that the way the algorithm works, people are going to come to your room and they're going to come to your room for your specific topic because they want to hear what you have to say as a live host because they're interested in your topic. You're probably attracting them because of what you're saying in terms of your words, your the pain points that they're experiencing. You're naming their challenges. You are naming the things that they're passionate about, they're interested in, that they value. You're saying all that, and TikTok will bring those people into your room. Okay, and so because you're doing that, there are going to be some new people in your room that have never fully engaged in a live room before, a live stream, and they don't know what to do. And so you want to be intentional about how are you educating them, how are you sharing with them how to engage properly, and then also make it a more engaging experience for them. So they're tapping the screen, they're sharing the live, they're getting points for the daily heart rate, they're getting their blue box. So if you have a lot of people in your room that don't have a blue box, then it is on you to tell them, I noticed you don't have a blue box. Let me tell you about the blue box. Okay? Okay? So you got to be intentional about that. Okay? Yes, Brenda, you said, yes, 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 informative room. Thank you so much, Brenda. I appreciate you commenting and connecting. I appreciate you. But yeah, that's important because that's how you level up. And so that's one way of seeing it. If you got people commenting in your chat and they're saying, you're asking them questions like, hey, friend, where are you from? Hey, friend, are you new? Hi, come on in. I want to know, have you ever experienced this type of topic before? And when they comment and they don't have a blue box, then you got to say something. It's on you to say something. Okay? So I want you to be intentional about how you are talking to your people. You say true. How are you talking to your people? You said it's the blue box important. You know, it is part of how TikTok offers a more rewarding experience for you as a viewer. You are collecting points. You said Heidi. Heidi said, I don't have a blue box. Heidi, you just started this account too. Heidi, you do not have a blue box, so you don't have a bio either. And you don't have a photo. So Heidi, you really got to get your profile optimized. But to get a blue box, click your level 0. It'll show how you once you click your photo, then click your level 0. It'll show you how many points you've collected, how many points you need to collect to get to level 1, and then the differences underneath. And so as you are engaging, you want to make sure that you have coins on your account, and then you can fully engage. Coins you can do by hitting the gift box below to recharge there, or you can go to the website. But the blue box, the reason why it's important, it's really how TikTok says, okay, you're a high engager. You will get TikTok shop early. You'll get live access early. So if you want to go live, you'll get live access early. You'll get, you can gift at a higher level. TikTok wants you to gift. I mean, that's the reality of it. Somebody used the words, this is the economy of TikTok. TikTok economy. And so as you're thinking about ways that TikTok is operating, it offers this platform for us to engage fully, but it also is a way for you to monetize as a live host as well as TikTok to get a share of that. Okay? So you want to be intentional. Blue box cost me money and I never received anything in return. You receive stuff in return. It just depends on what you're trying to get out of this experience. So if you are trying to monetize, so as a live host, you can monetize. I mean, thank you, Jamie Lee. You monetize. It takes consistency and engagement. It takes you being intentional about it. You can monetize as thank you so much for the April flowers. You can monetize as a TikTok shop affiliate. you can get that. It takes you to be engaging and make sure you're applying for the program. And so what I will say is that you decide, and this is my strategy, you decide how you want to engage. What I will tell you first is to have some coins in your account so that you have that choice. Okay? So if you, for example, recharge, and I'll use the number 10,000. I'm sorry, $10, and you get 1,000 coins because of that. Then you come into a live, you send a couple roses. It ain't got to be a lot. You do the daily heartbeat. That's 1 coin. You get 45 points. Commenting, you get 30 points. You got 75 points there. Then you are engaging and watching a live. You're collecting more points. So you're getting points, but you only spent 1 coin. So that's what I'm saying. I don't want you to feel like you got to break the bank and do it, but it is part of how you fully engage and how you get other benefits. So people who are engaging will get unlock other features and benefits from the app. So that's what I want you to be intentional about. Thank you so much, Michelle. I see you, friend. Thank you so much for all your support. Um, um, Carla, you said, what is the difference between all the different affiliate programs? You said, what is the difference between all these affiliate programs? Um, I'm assuming the affiliate program you're referring to in TikTok is the TikTok Shop affiliate program. So if you are someone who wants, if you are a creator, not a seller, you are a creator. Yeah, I've been trying to engage properly. Thank you so much, BNK Everything. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much, Get Kim, for sharing the live. I appreciate it as well. If you are trying to get TikTok Shop and you want to sell a product, thank you, Vanessa. You leveled up. Look at that level up, Kate. And you want to, okay, so if you are trying to do a TikTok Shop and you want to promote someone else's product and get a commission for it. Okay, I use my little charger cord. Oh, look at you, Gen X. I get your first rose. Thank you so much. Oh, Coach Michelle says, I see it. Consistency and engagement. Level up. Awesome. So say you have the cords. I just have this sitting here. So say you have these charger cord. And you are going to sell someone's charger cord and promote it. You can do it live or you can do a video, a shoppable video, and people can click the link and get the charger cord. If you chose to do that, Corinne, thank you so much for being here. You could get a commission for that product if you sold it. That's the affiliate program. So that's called TikTok Shop for Creator / affiliate program. So you essentially are an affiliate for the seller of this product. Okay? And so you're getting commission for it. I was restricted twice. Will that slow my progress getting in TikTok Shop? Not necessarily, Denise. Um, you have to be in good community standings. Restricted twice during your live. Let me know what happened. Was it during your live? How's everyone doing this morning? Shop. Okay, shop. Yeah, so TikTok Shop. Yeah. So let me know if I'm missing somebody's comments. Let me know if I'm missing some comments too. But so that's an affiliate program. The other program, let me know what other programs you're referring to, because TikTok Shop affiliate is where you are promoting someone else's product and getting commission. I know the A to Z store. I say Amazon. So they have an affiliate program, which is different. You're promoting products over there, and you get a commission for it. So that's what's happening there. There are I mean, you can become affiliates for other brands, other companies, and you're promoting their products. So, for example, I'm going to show it in a second. I have a Stan store. If somebody clicks my Stan store link, I'm an affiliate for Stan, so I will get a commission for that. So it just depends on how people engage. If you have different brands you're engaging with, and you become an affiliate for them. Is that what you meant broadly? Like, what's an affiliate? I think that's what you were saying. How do you become an affiliate for someone? See, so yeah. So you apply. It's as simple as that. You apply. Now, there's probably some more requirements depending on the company that you're trying to become an affiliate for, but you just apply. So for example, TikTok Shop, you have to apply. TikTok Shop has criteria for you to get accepted into it. Um, the A to Z store, like I just said, the Zon, they have a criteria for you to apply to become one of their influencer affiliates, their affiliate program too. And so you just apply and you get in. Now, typically it's a requirement based on how many followers you have, because most affiliate programs want you to have a social media presence. So you are literally trying to grow your social media, maybe in a couple of different platforms. So you want to make sure that you have a social media presence and that you have some level of of followers that you can say, okay, I have this many followers and I would like to promote your product to my followers. So that's how you do it. Now, if you're talking about TikTok Shop in particular, um, let me say this. My 4 o'clock, I'll talk about TikTok Shop. Okay, so I'll talk about getting into TikTok Shop as well as my people, because I've had some people recently get into it, and so I need you to know what you should do after you get into it. I haven't talked about TikTok Shop in quite some time, so I'll maybe in the last couple, maybe about 3 or 4 days. So with that, I'll spend some time there if you want to really know about TikTok Shop. Okay. Thank you all who are coming in and engaging. I appreciate you. Yeah, I don't mind spending my uh, yes too. So yeah, Latanya, let me know if you wanna, if you're interested in TikTok Shop in particular. But but that is a process. So you want to be intentional about what you're doing. A lot of it starts here, as a viewer, as an engager, as someone who was coming into a shop. Hope I can make the 4 p.m. Okay, awesome, Butterfly. Thank you so much for being here. Um, and so let me do this because I'm gonna get off because I'm not gonna get off right now. I'm gonna stay on for maybe another 30 minutes to 45 minutes. But I do want to make sure I'm supporting people where you're at. And so we're going to talk about um, my services, my coaching, all the things, because that question was asked earlier. I'm interested in TikTok Shop. Okay, awesome. I will get you there. I received everything from a jewelry company regarding modeling their products. How do I know it's legit? Corinne, the jewelry company people, I've had them reach out to me in my content as well. I look at, well, first of all, I didn't like the jewelry, so I wasn't going to promote it. So that was the first thing. It wasn't my style of jewelry. So that was the first thing. The other thing is, I look to see who else. First of all, make sure they have a legitimate website. Because if you're a jewelry company, you should have a website where customers can go and buy your product. So that's the first thing. They should have a legitimate website, especially if they're a business account. You should be able to go on their website and go on their profile and click their website. So if they don't have a website, that's already a red flag for me. And if they don't have a legitimate company email, that's another red flag for me. Like not a Gmail or something else. Um, the other thing that I will pay attention to is people who are promoting their products. And so they usually have people on their page that promote it. If I can go to their page, to that person's page, and see who that person is and see if they still promote it, or maybe send them an inbox to say this company reached out to me. I saw that you were on their page. I think that's another way you can kind of do your due diligence. You just check those other creators and see if they will still endorse them and see what happens. I mean, but I feel blind trying to figure out everything. Oh no, you're fine. Butterfly, you say, you're in TikTok Shop? Let me know. I think that's what you meant by that. Um, it gets easier. I don't want you to feel discouraged. It gets easier as you do it. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Um, do you have full unlimited, or do you have the pilot program? The pilot program. When I tell people we're the pilot program, you want to make sure you're posting your 5 videos a week, because you only do 5 a week for the pilot program. But I also tell you to come live. Come live and start promoting the product, because when you promote a product, you'll get sales. How you doing, Miss TLC? How you doing, friend? So you'll get people who are coming in just for that product. And so as they click it and as you practice describing the product, you said, I think the affiliate has the creator pilot program as well as the full unlimited program. The full unlimited program is usually at 5,000 followers. However, they will give it to you sooner, depending on how you've engaged. Hello, chickens and friends. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for joining. So depending on how you've engaged, you'll get the unlimited program too. How do I get followers? Shermaz, you are a brand new account. Well, first of all, you need to optimize your profile. So that's the first thing. Optimizing your profile means that you have a bio. So you have words in your bio, because when you come into a live, what's going to happen is people are going to click your name and see who you are and what you're about. So if you don't have words, people will often overlook following you and connecting with you because they're like, oh, I don't know if this person is going to be an engaged person. I don't know if this person is going to be someone I want to connect with. And if you don't have content, they can't engage with your content. So you want to make sure you have content too. But you want to make sure your bio's there. TikTok will also use that bio to categorize you, and based on the content you're producing, it will push it out to the people who are looking for that content as part of the search engine optimization. So you want to be intentional about having words in your bio. Okay? How you doing, God's girl? I appreciate you being here, friend. So words in your bio is the first step. And then when you come into a live, you're going to connect with people. And people may or may not follow you back. Again, I told you want to make sure you have words in your bio. So some people might click your profile and not connect. But then you'll see someone who is connecting and building community, like Miss TLC. I'm going to PIN her a comment. And so Miss TLC said hi. The butterfly says, hi, bestie. And she had a little sub sticker. Thank you so much. And so you want to do stuff like that where you are connecting with people intentionally and you're saying words. You got to say words. You just can't tag their name and hit send. You got to say, hello, bestie. Hello, good morning, friend. A lot of times people will look in your bio and say something about your bio. So again, making sure that there's words there and you've optimized your profile is also important. So that's how you build community. Now, I am not what you call a grow room. I'm not a grow room. I do consider myself a learn room. That's why I've learned up here. I'm a learn room. I'm going to teach you how to do this, but also say, I want you to engage. Okay? And so this is an example of how someone is engaging. They're connecting with people. They're in the chat. We are connecting, building community. We're very intentional. What I teach you, though, is that I want you to build community with people who are willing to build community, too. And that means that their profile is optimized, that they're being very intentional about how they're navigating this platform. Okay? Thank you so much, Doc. You have restored confidence, God. Denise. Thank you. I'm a cheer for that, friend. I'm here for you. I want you to do well. I want you to do well. I don't want you all to sit back and say, okay, well, why did I get anything? Why did I gain? Why did I grow? Why wasn't I successful? Because you got to be consistent. You got to be intentional. You got to be engaging. You got to make sure you understand how the algorithm works and that you are getting the support you need. Okay? And so, how do you do that, cheer? Sweetie Pie. When you're in your live, you click the enhance button. If you click the enhance button, it's at the bottom banner here. It shows a screen will pop up. It's where effects are. When I do my hand heart, that's an effect. It has an option for sound effects. That's the cheering, the clapping, and when I laugh. And then there's some other sound effects there too. And so that's where it's at. The sticker, that's where it says 4 p.m. Go live with ease. That's the sticker. It's there as well. The sound effects sticker you cannot do until you start your live. It's not a pre-setup for that. You got to actually start the live and then you can do it. The effects and any filters and stuff you can do before you start the live. I can't find all that. What you mean you can't find all that? Jamie Lee? When you're in your live, the enhance button's not there. Click the enhance button. It's at the bottom. It's right there, that bottom banner, the bottom row. You should be able to click it and it should be right there. Thank you, you're welcome. Yeah, I've had to get cleared on what I wanted for my content to be about so I can be consistent. Okay. Okay, that's good though. You got a bio. That's good. You started. Just start producing content on anything that's related to what's in your bio. That's the first step. And then you can be, you can start engaging at the bottom. Yep, the bottom row, the bottom banner. Yep. Oh, wow, that's so cool. I always learn something new from you. Thank you. You're welcome, Kara. I appreciate you being here. So here's what I tell people. So if you are gonna do this, I so I'm a PhD. I'm a PhD. I'm not an MD. I'm a PhD. My PhD is in leadership and education. I did a dissertation. I got my PhD back in 2014, December of 2014. So it's been over 10 years now. I did a dissertation on the topic of mentorship. Okay? So I say that because that's innately what I believe is important. As a person who sits here, I'm part of 4 different communities. I have someone who is supporting me and coaching me. I'm getting information. So what I tell people is that you want to be intentional about how you go about your life, and if there's something you really want to do, you want to make sure you get the right support and have the right support system, coaching, mentorship. So I'm going to pivot in a second because I'm going to talk about me as a coach, me supporting you, but also come back. You can come back here. I don't gatekeep. You see, I answer questions, and you can make a informed decision on how you want to conduct yourself, and I will support you along the way. What does join as a team mean? Oh, Trisha, you just came in, Trisha. Let me help you, friend. Let me help you. And so thank you so much for sharing the live. I appreciate you cooking with Big Papa. How you doing, friend? Thank you so much for the sub stickers. I see you. Dr. Lisa cares. I do. uh, so the Daily Heart Me, Trisha. So a couple things about your profile, Trisha. Just really quickly. I know you are fairly new. You don't have a bio. And people who don't have a bio, let me say this out loud really quickly. Some of you don't have a bio, probably because you do have a bio, but your privacy setting is on. So when your privacy setting is on, I or anyone in this room, when you come into a live, cannot see it. Okay? So if you want to be private, that is fine. Just recognize that it's going to impact how fast you grow because people have to request to follow you. You then have to intentionally follow them back. Some people will not follow you. Well, first of all, they may not follow you because you don't have a bio. That's first and foremost. Second of all, they may not follow you because they got a request to follow you. It's like, well, why am I following you if I got a request? And so, because of that, you might want to think about being private. And so you can have an image. You don't have to have your photo showing. You can change your name and have a nickname. You don't have to use your real name. You can do other things to still be private. And if your content is not going to show your face and be faceless, that's fine. You can still be private, but you can still grow your followers, grow and get other options so that if you do decide later to now be face forward and not be private any longer, you may have TikTok shop. You might want to do that because you have TikTok shop. Or you may want to come live and connect with people and go live. So just know that when you're private and you don't have a bio, it does essentially limit your ability to fully engage. Okay? How you doing, Gusmo? Oh, you're flying in. You are a 37 engager. Look at you, level 37, friend. How are you, friend? That's family friend almost. I'm gonna call you family because we share family. How you doing? All right. So what I will say, how you doing, Harvey? Thank you so much for the roses. So the question, really quickly. Let me go back to the question. Um, let's see. Join my team. Join my team. I was like, what was I answering? Because I went on a whole bio rant in privacy settings. Okay. Join my team is the Daily Heart Me. Really quickly, let me recap the Daily Heart Me because I want people to know that that is there for you. Thank you for the Daily Heart Me. I see you, friend. And so with the Daily Heart Me, it's like a check-in. So that's what's happening. Join my team. So it's like a check-in to a live. I tell people now, TikTok's changing a little bit. So you want to make sure you check in and you actually check out. So if you leave my live for whatever reason and you do not click that Daily Heart Me, you're leaving points behind. So now when you come to a live, you need to check in and you need to check out. Okay? So you make sure you're doing that intentionally. You are clicking that Daily Harmony. And I will tell you, actually, you might want to click it a few times throughout the time you're here. especially if you're going to be here for like, say you've been listening to me for about 10 or 15 minutes. You're like, okay, you know what, let me click that Daily Heart Me and claim some of these points because I don't want to leave any points behind because of my phone go out on me, or if I swipe by accident and I'm out of this live, I lose those points. So I don't want you to lose points. But click the Daily Heart Me, claim your points. That's what I'm talking about. You'll actually see where it says claim your points. Okay? So you want to get those points. Where it says join my team, you actually become a member of this community for this live. You know somebody else's live and click their Daily Heart Me, you can join their team. It's a way to engage. When you become a member of the team, you're essentially saying, okay, I want to be a part of the team. I want to engage here. I like what I'm hearing. I'm going to click the Daily Heart Me. I may give team gifts. There's team cheers, team power, team victory, team bracelet. All that is part of the team. So you are part of my community. And so as a live host, the beauty of this, and I want you to hear me clearly, because as you go live, you want to cultivate that team. You want to build your team because that team is how you are going to grow. You're going to grow because you are building community. So as a live host, what you get is data. You get data surrounding who checked in, who connected, who gifted, who commented, who liked your live. All the things, you're getting that information. And you want to continue to bring those people back. Okay? So that's so much good information. You're welcome, friend. Thank you so much, Dion. And so you want to make sure you're cultivating your community. The other side of this is, and I tell you this all the time, I don't gatekeep because I want you to be intentional about what you're doing as a live host. You're building that team also because, I see the roses coming here, appreciate it. You're building that team also because those people who are coming back into your room and engaging with you are also part of how TikTok monetizes you. So you're getting diamonds as a live host. And as you're collecting diamonds, TikTok is saying, okay, I see you. You're collecting these diamonds. I want to make sure you're feeling supported. And I now have the weekly missions as a way for you to make sure you're being intentional about building that community up. So one of the metrics for how you monetize is how many people came back to your live and did the Daily Heart Me. That's one of the metrics for you. And so you want to make sure you're tracking that too. So someone asked me earlier, it's like, oh, I have to explain all this. It's a lot to explain. I have to try to fit it in. You honestly should try to fit it in because that is part of how you're educating your community, but it's also part of how you're monetizing. So you want to fit it in. That's through the Scale Live Awards. So thanks for explaining everything so well. You're welcome. Thanks for the advice. You're welcome. Grand Rising, friend. So when I tell you what's going on, teamwork, that's it. So when you click the Daily Heart Me, I ask you to pause when that screen pops up. Because guess what? I tell you what I look at myself. There's a question mark in the corner. Click the question mark. That gives you all the information explaining it. I clicked this question mark and I did screenshots. And I saw all the different ways I can engage. And what does that mean? So I'm gonna put that out there to you, the 112 people in this room. Make sure you look at that. Glad I found you. Thank you so much. Make sure you look at that. I'm feeling excited about what you are sharing. And retirement could become fun. Yes, it can. That's what this is about. I talk about monetizing on here. Somebody asked earlier, I didn't explain it earlier. I actually do subscriptions. So that's my subscription box. That's the star. I should explain that earlier, much earlier. But that's the star. If you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. I have the lowest subscription that you can have on this app, which is $2.99. So I do subscriber-only lives. I do subscriber-only content as well. So I only post for my subscribers to see. And then I also have the sub stickers. You see the stickers that people put out. And I make sure I acknowledge my subscribers because I appreciate you all being here. And so if you do 1 month, thank you so much for the team power. If you do 1 month, it's $2.99. I think the first month is actually $2.69, and then you can extend if you choose to. I see you, Miss TLC. Appreciate you, friend. And so what I will tell you is that I'm here for you. I'm making sure that you guys are growing and learning. I actually want to make sure you're successful. I want you to talk to your target audience in an intentional way so that they are also growing. I said as a live host, your role is to educate, entertain, and or inspire. And then as viewers are connecting with you, they're beginning to, they will ultimately know, like, and trust you because you're going to be authentic. You're going to share who you are and what you're about. Okay? Someone subscribed last night. No way! No, wait a minute. That made my day. Seriously, I made my day. Look at there. God's girl. So can I share your testimony? I gotta share your testimony. Yes, look at God. You said sure. Okay, so God's girl, she's been with me for a minute. She's been with me for, I mean, I think we've been together for what, 2.5 months now. We've been together for a minute, and she bought the bundle because I'm a segue to the bundle, and she's part of my coaching. And she said, Dr. Lisa, I got to meet with you. I got to talk to you. And she was feeling discouraged. She was feeling discouraged about how things were going in her life. And so, like I said, this is about consistency engagement. And she is showing up and being consistent. And she is a prayer warrior. I'll say that because in her live, you are inspired. You're going to love how she delivers her message. And she does it with such love and grace and helping you elevate and just feel, like, God's got you, essentially. That faith over fear. So that's how she talks. And you feel that in her messaging. And she said, I'm still kind of learning how to deliver the conversation to my audience and how do I talk about all the other benefits I offer. And she was talking about her subscriptions in particular. She was like, I got to figure out how to talk about this. And I said, well, let's talk through it. And we kind of brainstormed some ways to kind of deliver the information and just kind of think a little bit more intentionally about her offering. And she said, okay. And so I'm assuming you took that advice and she got her first subscriber. She's been talking about it briefly, but she got her first subscriber yesterday. So that filled my heart because literally we had a meeting yesterday about it. So I'm so happy for you, friend. That is awesome. That is so awesome. Thank you for sharing that. You said I got my first subscriber. And one of the things we talked about is comparison is the thief of all joy. It really is. You can't compare yourself. The live room is live in a day. The live room may not be live in tomorrow. And that's okay because what I don't do is look at those numbers. I don't compare myself. Those numbers don't define what I'm offering and what I'm doing. I'm going to continue to show up. I'm going to continue to support. People are going to continue to engage. And that is okay. Okay? And so what I tell you is that you don't let the comparison be the thief of your joy. You just continue to show up. Okay? So you will be fine. But that was awesome. I'm so happy you shared that with me. Look at your title gift. Thank you, Maria. So focus on your journey. I ran track and field in college. So that was my thing. The whole thing, you have to stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. That's it. Stay in your lane. TikTok has been filtering my people. Oh my gosh. Okay. Exactly. I'm private. Okay. Okay. My people, butterfly. Same question. How many followers do you need? Your question got filtered, Corinne. I'm sorry. And Kelly, so then if you want to get paid for your content, you should actually do the content creator program. If you want to get paid for your content, you should actually do the content creator program. Kelly, Kelly, you're new. You're way new. The content creator program, the creator rewards program. Is that what you mean? The creator rewards program. That program, I'm sorry, I don't know if you're still in the room, sweet, my friend. So I want to make sure TikTok was filtering a lot of comments. Creator rewards program is a program.